Ubisoft reveals why Assassin's Creed Mirage is smaller than previous games. Assassin's Creed Mirage is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Ubisoft Bordeaux and published by Ubisoft. It will be the 13th major installment in the Assassin's Creed series and the successor to 2020's Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Principally set in 9th century Baghdad during the Islamic Golden Age, the game will follow Basim ibn Ishaq, a character first introduced in Valhalla, and his transition from street thief to fully fledged member of the Assassin Brotherhood, who fight for peace and liberty against the Templar Order, who desire peace through control. The game has been described as a return to the series' roots, with a bigger focus on linear storytelling and stealth gameplay than more recent installments, which primarily focused on role-playing elements. Ubisoft has revealed why Assassin's Creed Mirage is smaller than other previous entries in the franchise. Over the last decade, Ubisoft has put a vast majority of its chips into the Assassin's Creed franchise because it is absurdly successful. The games do well and they're released consistently, but also with enough space between them to mitigate fatigue, but sustain interest. Add to the fact that the series is really only loosely connected at this point and players can jump in and out as they please. However, there is one big problem that has lingered among players for quite some time. The scale of the games has ballooned to absurd levels, meaning there's a ton to do, a ridiculously large map to explore, and a really lengthy story to complete. Only a fraction of players actually roll credits on these games, and a really small percentage actually 100% it, scaring some folks away from these games. Mirage is set to be released for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and Series S, and Amazon Luna in 2023. With that said, Assassin's Creed Mirage has opted to scale things down and return to a size that is comparable to the earlier games. When speaking with GamesRadar, creative director Stefan Budin noted that they wanted to focus on a character-driven story that is more intimate, which was a foundational element for this particular project. It still remains to be seen just how big or small it will actually be, but there definitely appears to be intent behind the scale. Amongst our fans, we started hearing the desire for a character-driven story, focused on the core pillars of the first ACs in a more intimate scale. It resonates with us as well, as developers, and this was the starting point of the project. Set decades before the events of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Mirage is a coming-of-age story following Basim ibn Ishaq, Lee Majdoub, a street thief who will learn to fight for a cause larger than himself by becoming a hidden one under the tutelage of his mentor Roshan, Shohreh Aghdashloo. Assassin's Creed Mirage is expected to be one of the bigger releases of 2023, but it's good to hear Ubisoft is aware of its quantity over quality problem. Although the Assassin's Creed games have been good and sold extremely well, some people have been wanting the series to go back to its roots and create a more purposeful experience that is easier to digest. Hopefully, Mirage can achieve that. Mirage has been described as a smaller Assassin's Creed title, and that the game's length would last around 15 to 20 hours, similar to older games in the franchise. It was designed to celebrate the series' 15th anniversary, in which the team used the technology built for Valhalla to create a game that pays tribute to the first Assassin's Creed. Prior to its announcement at Ubisoft Forward on September 10, 2022, details about Mirage leaked, under the codename Rift, when it was revealed that the game started out as an expansion pack for Valhalla before being turned into a standalone release. Mirage is set to be released in 2023 for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X/S, and Amazon Luna. Shortly after the game's announcement, the title was reported as receiving an adults-only rating from the Entertainment Software Rating Board, which would have limited the number of outlets it could be distributed at in the United States, following a listing on the Xbox Store a week prior to the game's reveal, with one of the reasons being for containing real gambling. Ubisoft swiftly corrected both claims, stating the game had not been rated yet and no real gambling or loot boxes will be present in the game.